If you've ever felt like something inside you keeps pulling you back every time you're about to level up, this episode is for you. In this episode, I sit down with Thanecha Borden, a woman who took 11 grams of the most potent mushroom on the earth to confront the part of herself holding her back for 30 years. We talk about what she found, how she rebuilt her entire identity from scratch, and why she's been shaving her head for 7 years. You're going to get one of the most raw, honest, and genuinely funny conversations I've ever had. You're already here, and let's get into it. Whoosh.
This whole bag. So instead of just keeping
us
them over there.
What do you want to say? You want to say over here, over there? Or we say here? Somewhere close so that I can hear us.
That's what I was thinking. Maybe on like a corner. So either here or there. Let's sit here.
Okay.
I'm gonna move.
All right. Let's tell
Actually,
the people. Let's start with the freaking mushroom story. That sounded awesome.
Okay.
Okay, so everybody, we're here. I'm Gianni Dolce with Baby T with Thanecha Anderson.
Borden.
Oh, Thanecha Borden. And we're here to shoot a pod, talk some stories, and so, all right, let's give the people like a recap of the mushroom story.
Okay.
What went down?
Yes. So.
Okay, and tell me.
A week and a half ago, I had my biggest, most intense, life-altering, trajectory-shifting mushroom experience of my life. And I've had a few rather large ones. This was the largest by far. I took 11 grams of enigma.
Okay, what is enigma?
Okay, John says it is the most potent mushroom there is. Like, more than penis envy, more than albino penis envy, more than any of those.
And he's the
now, I don't know
king.
that for sure. I haven't done my own research, but he knows some shit. So, I took 11 grams with the intention of finding the part of myself that has been holding me back my entire life, self-sabotaging, not taking opportunities, never following up with people, keeping me stuck where I am. And the intention was to find that part of myself and literally kill it. Fight to the death, gladiator style, go into the darkness. Yeah.
100 miles.
Yes.
With the demon.
Yes. That was the intention.
Who's gonna stand?
Man, well, so what happened is, among many other things during the course of that evening, I did find that part of myself. So over the last year, I have started going by a different second name, like my middle name. So every time I meet someone new, I text them, hey, it's Thanecha Tila Borden. And my middle name has always been Nicole. Nicol with a silent L because my parents are hippies. But apparently in French, there's some words with L's that are silent. So I don't know. But anyway, it's been Nicole. Last year I decided my second name is going to be Tila. And it stands for and represents who I have decided to be in this life, which is the epic life architect.
The gangster.
The gangster.
The gangster.
The one who literally creates and architects their life and then helps other people discover how to do that for themselves. So we're not just at the whim of wherever life takes us or wherever our gifts and talents or our shortcomings take us, but we get to be the architect. So when I went into this mushroom experience, I found that part of myself. I did not have to fight to the death and kill it. I'm so grateful for that. But I did find her, and it was Nicole, my former middle name. And it was like the 8 to 12-year-old version of me. And I got down to a single experience that I had that made her have to protect me. Have to keep me safe, have to keep me where I am because the world is too scary. And what happened when I was 8 is I moved to Florida with my dad. My parents were separating. My mom and my 2 sisters stayed in Texas. I moved with him. We lived in the milk truck. I was 8. And he had cancer in his mouth, in his gums. They had to pull all of his teeth. It was crazy. And we thought he was going to die. So my mom and my sisters came down because I didn't have anyone here. And when they did, we lived in an abandoned house. And there was this cool family next door, and they had little girls just like us, and they would come over and they would teach us like how to do cheers, and it was like really cool. They were the black girls, we were the white girls, and we were just like all friends. It was beautiful. And every few days, the dad would give us a 5-gallon bucket of water to flush the toilet. If you can imagine 5 human beings living in a house and not being able to flush the toilet for days, like absolutely disgusting. But he would come and bring us this water. And one night, in the middle of the night, my sisters are sleeping. My parents are in the bathroom. Looking back, I believe they were doing drugs, which to me it makes sense. And this is another thing that I experienced that night. It's like both of my parents are ridiculously talented singers, songwriters. They both play guitar. My dad's written hundreds of songs. My mom's written many, many songs. And to find themselves at a place in life where they have so much talent, so much to give to the world, and they can't even provide for their little girls. 6-year-old, an 8-year-old, and a 10-year-old, homeless, living in an abandoned house. I'd be doing some drugs in the middle of the night too, to escape this world and find some kind of, joy.
Release.
Yes. So they were in the bathroom doing whatever they were doing. And our neighbor's dad came over and taught me how to French kiss. As an 8-year-old girl with a full-grown man. Yeah. He wanted to do more. He told me this ridiculous story. I'm not even going to go into it, but he told me this story to try to trick me into letting him do other things. And thankfully, I said no. I was protected by my higher self or whoever it was. But that taught me that no one is going to protect me. My parents were there. They were in the bathroom, but they couldn't protect me. Only I could. So my whole life has been subconsciously, don't take this opportunity because you're going to have to do something that's scary. You're going to have to grow. You're going to have to be different. And it's just safe to stay where we are. So let's do that instead. Well, I was able to meet that part of myself. Thank her for everything that she has done for us for these 38 and a half years of my life, and for protecting me and for caring about me. And then I told her, in order for us to fulfill our purpose in this life, you can't lead us anymore. We have to let Tila lead, this new part of me that I'm living into, that I'm becoming. She is powerful and driven and focused. She has to lead us. I want you to come with me. I don't want to kill you off. I don't want to have to do that.
Yeah,
please.
I'll chop your head off.
Please, 8-year-old version of me. Don't make me do that to you. Please. That would break my heart. So
I don't want to, but I'll RKO you.
Yeah, I'm like, if I have to, I have to fulfill my purpose. I have to, and I have not been. I have not been at all.
That's funny.
Not at all. I have been in certain ways, but not to the level that I know.
Definitely felt that there was something anchoring you.
Yes.
That wasn't allowing you to move at the speed that you wanted to.
Yes. By far. I could have millions of subscribers as a singer. If I had stuck with my first YouTube channel that I started freaking 17 years ago, and if I just put singing videos out there, I would have millions of followers. There's no doubt. I'm a very talented singer. I'm a very talented songwriter. And I've just never... Thank you.
You are freaking awesome.
Thank you. Man, wait till you hear my new song that I'm working on. It's not done yet, but it's for our future daughter, which, by the way, side note, tangent, but kind of on the same subject. A few months ago, I had a mushroom trip. Definitely not as big as this one.
Not
but
11 grams.
Yeah, definitely not. But John and I had already picked out the names for our future children. All 4 of them, because we want 4. 2 boys, 2 girls. That's what we have planned anyway. Who knows what's going to happen. Okay. But on this mushroom journey, our future daughter came to me. Yeah.
I think I remember you maybe telling me.
Yeah.
Could be wrong.
Well, she let me know that the names that we picked out, none of those are her name. She's like, no. Her name is Aubrey.
Yes, I think you told me this.
And I've never known an Aubrey. Like, the only Aubrey I know of is, like, Aubrey Marcus.
Yeah.
And I think he changed his name. His name wasn't even Aubrey to begin with. I think. I could be wrong. Don't fact check me on that. Or maybe do fact check me. Just don't hold me to that. But, yeah, she was like, it's Aubrey. And I asked a few times, like, Aubrey or Audrey? Because I do not want to get this wrong. I've been calling you the wrong name your whole life. So she was very, very clear on that. And so I started writing a song for her. And it is so beautiful. I cannot wait to share it with the world. So anyway, yeah, it's called Wild and Free.
Wild and Free.
Yeah. And it's going to be so beautiful.
Where can the people find out about your awesome stuff?
Right now, probably my Instagram is the best, which is just my first name, Thanecha, Thanecha. So it looks like Thanecha, Thanecha, Thanecha. But it's Thanecha. And then in the very near immediate future, my YouTube channel is Exist to Empower, with the number 2, Exist to Empower. And that's going to have so many things. I've already got an entire game plan on how to do the channel, different playlists that I'm going to have representing things that matter to me that I want to talk about, like psychedelics and their influence on my life, their importance in my life. Talking about love, my relationship with John, having him on, a playlist for music, a playlist for yoga and fitness. I'll have videos up there that people can do at home. So many things. So Exist to Empower, coming in the very near future. I mean, it's already there. Go subscribe, everybody.
Go subscribe.
I only have like 5 videos up, but listen.
Go subscribe.
I have now address what has been holding me back. So things are going to rapidly change in the immediate future.
So, okay, so you meet this younger version of yourself that has been severely traumatized through this extremely horrific experience that you went through when you were 8 years old.
Yeah.
You meet this girl and intentions change. You go from, hey, I'm going to RKO this part of myself. I'm going to WWE body slam this person out of existence. Yep. But you meet them, you're like, uh-oh, maybe there's a better way to go about this.
Yeah.
How does that conversation with yourself go?
Well, I pretty much asked her if she would be willing. Well, first, I thought I was going to have to like separate myself from her completely, even if it wasn't killing her off. And I did record this part of the experience as well. So I have a video about this. Yeah. Yeah. And I was like, please let me go. Love me from a distance. Please support me from afar. Like, I can't be with you. And then I realized I want to be there to support that part of myself and to help her grow and transform. So I asked her if she would be willing to put in the effort to transform from a caterpillar into a butterfly. And she can come with me, and she can ride in the car. She just can't drive anymore. Like, girl, you're putting us in the ditches and stuff. You're pressing the brake pedal. You don't know how to get us where we need to go. So it's kind of like I took her by the hand, and now we're going together.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And I will tell you, in the last week and a half, the shifts in my life, in my mind, in the way I operate are so massive. I can't describe it. Like, a very, very simple example, but profound, because when you have habits that you have done for years, it's not easy to just overnight change that. But something that has changed for me, and John can attest to this, when I get tired at night, my body shuts down. I have fallen asleep on the couch so many times. During my life, I have fallen asleep in my car, in my driveway, countless times, because my body is so physically exhausted, I can't get out of my car and go inside. I would rather lay the seat back than get the energy to go inside. It's wild. So when I get really tired, and I actually make it to the bedroom, I don't brush my teeth. I don't wash my face. I just pass out. And many times John's been like, baby, come on, brush your teeth. I'm like, no, I'm going to sleep. Because I'm just so physically exhausted. I can't describe how exhausting how exhausted my body is. But since this experience, even on nights like last night where I fell asleep on the couch, I was extremely exhausted. It was midnight by the time we got up to go into the bedroom, and I had to wake up this morning at 5. I freaking brushed my teeth. I flossed my teeth.
Let's go.
Yes. Which I never did growing up. We didn't have like I feel like that's the extra stuff. That's like the fancy stuff. Flossing your teeth. No, we didn't have floss. What? We're lucky if we had a freaking toothbrush.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so that wasn't ever made a habit for me by my parents. My parents also both had all of their teeth pulled when I was young. My dad had cancer in his mouth. My mom just had very, very bad teeth. So as we were growing up, that even when we weren't homeless anymore, they still didn't buy floss. Like, you know. Anyway, so last night, brushed my teeth, flossed my teeth.
Nice.
And did my skincare.
Nice.
Yes.
Let's go.
Which I have battled with acne for 30 years. Since I was 8 and I moved to Florida. And I'm still battling with it. And if I would just do my skincare morning and night, it would not be an issue. So the last week and a half, I have done that. Am I still breaking out? Yes. Whatever. It's fine. But the fact that those habits have shifted for me after years and years of not having those habits put in place, that alone is like earth-shattering. But it's not just that. It's like everything that I've been doing the last week and a half, like I have had such clarity and laser focused intentions and energy. And I'm so incredibly grateful for this experience because not only do I need it to move on with my life and like move up, but also this specific time is super powerful. I don't know a lot about the Chinese zodiac. I've just learned a little bit of it in the last few weeks. But I do know that the year that's ending right now is the year of the snake. And it's all about growth, sometimes painful growth, shedding, molting, closing doors that don't serve you, letting go of things that are holding you back. It's all about just like letting go. The year, the year that we are moving into is the year of the horse. Or specifically, the fire horse. And it's all like, go 1,000,000 miles an hour towards your dreams. Nothing is holding you back because you've already shed it. Yes. You've shed all of that. You've closed the doors. You've cut off the relationships that are not serving you. So you can just fly. Even though it's after the beginning of the year. And I love this. So for everyone who is feeling like, oh man, I'm behind already. It's well into the first week of the year and I didn't do a vision board or I didn't set my goals or whatever. In the Chinese zodiac, the new year starts on February 17th.
Oh.
So we still have time to shed, to let go, to get focused and aligned and just go. And my spirit with everything that's happening, I have never been so like focused and on point. And before you leave today, I'll show you like my office and my studio and everything. Because man, it's like I'm going to be able to walk in my studio February 17th and have everything exactly where it belongs and finding places where everything belongs and just be able to like go. And It's so exciting. Yee. I'm so excited. And I'm starting a DJ school.
Oh!
Hopefully next week. I'm raising money for it, so send me good vibes that I can get this money in time.
I would go to that. I would love to know how to DJ.
It's so cool. It's an 8-week course right here in St. Pete.
You gonna do it in person?
Yeah. It's called the Beat Academy. I know 2 people that have gone through it, and they have great things to say about it.
Nice.
I went to an introductory course a few months ago. It's a 2-hour course, and I learned so much just in that introductory course that I'm like, this is incredible.
Nice.
So they've also got music production courses, and they do a lot with kids too. Yeah, they're teaching all these kids how to be DJs, and I'm like, dude, that's incredible. I would love to do that. I would love to teach children how to bring amazing music to the world and create fun for people. So yeah, starting that. And my DJ name.
Yes.
In case I have not told you.
Let's hear it.
In honor of my little doggy that went on to his next life in July, my DJ name, as shown in my tattoo, is DJ Stinky Potato.
Let's freaking go! DJ Stinky Potato on the pod.
Love it.
Oh
no one's
my
gonna
gosh.
forget it. Like
No.
all the kids are gonna be walking. Have you heard of DJ Stinky Potato?
It's very
like,
visual.
Yes. Even this morning I was at the gym and there's this wonderful older gentleman who is just such a kind-hearted human being and has really done well in business. Like he was driving a Bentley this morning. And I've been wanting to introduce him to John. And so John went to my yoga class. So I finally got to introduce him. And also, he made a beautiful $100 donation to my DJ school, which is just incredible. But when I walked, I was like, oh, this is my husband. I've been wanting you to meet, DJ school, blah, blah, blah. He goes, yeah, DJ Stinky Potato, right? I'm like, oh my gosh, you remembered. And this guy is 64. And he's like, yeah, and aren't you going to have like this really cute name for your fans? I'm like, how does he remember all this? So my fans, during Ollie's life, which was my dog, I called him lots of potato names. Stinky Potato, Sweet Potato, Fluffy Potato. His Instagram is Ollie the Fluffy Potato. Yeah.
I'm hungry now.
I know, right? Me too. Love me some sweet potatoes. But towards the end of his life, for whatever reason, I started calling him Tater Tot.
Tater Tot.
Like, come here, little Tater Tot.
No.
So that's what my fans are going to be called.
Tater Tot.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's freaking go.
Right?
I want that name. I want to identify with the Tater Tot
You
Legion.
are my Tater Tot.
Let's freaking double high five.
Yes.
Let's get it. Yo, I want to identify with the Tater Tot Legion.
It's going to be so beautiful. And so Ollie, when I used to rub his belly, or anybody rubbed his belly, he would always dab. Right paw in, left
No,
paw
he wouldn't.
out. Yes.
He would dab.
Every time. I've got multiple videos.
You have a video of
Yeah,
him
my
dabbing.
friends would call him the dabbing dog. Yeah.
I need to see this.
Yeah. So on my tattoo, he's got the right paw in on the DJ board. He's got the left paw out, right? So my plan is when I'm doing a show, I'll be like, all right, I love you all my little tater tots. I'm out. And then like dab, like in his honor.
You gotta make sure that it's like the right angle or people are gonna be like, hey.
Oh gosh. Wait, is there a difference? I don't know.
Like, did you ever see the thing with Elon Musk where he was saying goodbye?
Oh,
to
and he
everybody,
this or
But
something?
he hit the wrong angle and people were like losing it and being like, oh my gosh, he's signing
so you
off
gotta
to
like,
him.
you gotta do a circle.
The angle
or something.
matters.
Okay, so
you got an angle here,
okay.
not there. You're gonna want at least like I don't know.
Like parallel with the ground?
You want parallel? Yeah, parallel. This.
Okay.
You unparallels, you put over here, kind of like 45, then might get dangerous.
Okay. But if I have my head down in the right arm, does that matter?
That saves it.
Okay,
That's it. But if you do like that, then it's like, okay, she's kind of dabbing, but this is...
Okay. All right. I'm going to work on that.
Remember the angle.
Okay. I will be working on that for real. I don't want to offend people. Well, I was going to say I don't want to offend anybody. It's not that I don't want to offend people in my life, because some people need to be offended. Like, listen, we need to stand up for what we believe in. We need to stand against injustice. And sometimes you're going to hurt some people's feelings when you do that, because sometimes people they kind of need to be put in their place.
My mother is the queen of that.
Putting people in their place?
Just getting people upset.
Oh my God.
She's been hardcore vegan since I was 5 years old. That's when she first was like, Gianni, you want to be vegan? I was like, what the frick is that? She's like, I don't know. But yeah, if you go on her Instagram, she is just intense with she'll post slaughterhouse videos and then her voice on top of it. And she's like, like her thick Argentinian accent. It's like, I can't even go on her Instagram because it's hard for me to watch it. But that's kind of a test of her character.
Well, actions like that have a place. The reason I don't eat meat, and I go back and forth on being pescatarian. Like, I'm currently eating fish. However, I go back and forth. I was vegetarian for the last 4 or 5 years till I met John and then I started eating fish a little bit again. I'm not opposed to the idea of eating meat again sometime in the future, but it would have to be I know the farmers, I know them, I know how they're treating the animals. However, at this point in my life, I'm not. The reason, or really the determining factor of me giving up meat was 10 years ago in October. I went to go visit my friend in Nashville, And one of my best friends and her boyfriend at the time were both vegan. And I was in Nashville. I woke up one morning, I got on Instagram, and he had made a post. It was a very sad picture with 2 little pigs, and I love little pigs. I think they're so cute. So cute. Anyway.
It's like Ollie, but with no fur.
Yeah. And a big old snout. But he had posted this picture, and he said, "You say that you love animals, but you are being a part of this torture." And he tagged me.
Ooh.
Yes.
Not the tag.
Yes. And I had been going back and forth for like a year or two on like eating meat or not. Because even when I would eat like chicken tenders and I see the little like the vein, the like sticky thing that's like the tendon or whatever it is, I would get grossed out. But I always just kind of like in my mind would just smack myself on the hand like, you're an American. Like, this is what Americans do. We eat meat. And I would just like make myself do that. And when he posted that, I was like, you're right. I don't have to be a part of this torture. I don't have to be a cog in the wheel of the unnecessary torture and mistreatment of these animals, because it is. There's a lot of it. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, multi-decade generational cycles that have gone on forever.
Yeah. And it's so unnecessary. You know, like if you're like the Native Americans who, you know, would hunt the buffalo and thank it for its life and thank it for giving them sustenance and, you know, all of that, that's a very different, respectful way of living their life. The way we do it, we mass produce, overkill, overdo everything. We don't use half the meat. We throw it out. It's just like disgusting. So
it is crazy. It is crazy. It's intense, but it's also, it's so hard for people because it's so ingrained, like how you said, in their identity, which is like maybe you afflicted yourself as an American, and then you afflicted certain behaviors that Americans do, and then if you don't do it, then you're not being American. And kind of back to your point with your mushroom story, from a behavioral psychology standpoint, it makes a lot of sense, because how I would describe it is that our body is always trying to save energy. It's always trying to save amount of its resource that it has. If it's time, money, it's always trying to look for the path of least resistance. Mm-hmm. That's why the biggest companies in the world have literally just made their buck on making things easier. Amazon, Uber Eats, all of these things have kind of gone, and they've worked with our nature. Like these people, these business owners understand humans from a deep point of view, and they know how to structure their businesses around it. But I've noticed that your identity is kind of like a box, right? And within this box, like you could say I'm a runner, for example. And within that box, you have 3 categories that make up the personality of that identity, which would be your thoughts, your emotions, and your behaviors. And there's specific thoughts that maybe a runner would think. Maybe I want to get up in the morning and do a run, or maybe it's been like a month and I haven't run. And then emotions could be like, I love running, like the emotions of a runner. Like, I love running, I enjoy it, it's what I do, it feels good when I do it. And then the behaviors of a runner could be like waking up in the morning 5 days a week and running a mile. So when you afflict yourself to a certain identity, you also afflict yourself to certain thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. And if you have an identity that is self-sabotaging, that you're stuck in, that you identify with, it's like when you identify with something, you're changing, you're saying, okay, this is the box of behaviors that I'm going to live in. And that's why I've noticed when you want real change, the change is really, you change your behavior so that you can change your identity. That's really the bigger goal you want. It's like in the beginning, you can't be like, hey, I'm just done being this person. It's not really how it works, because you have so much evidence built up in the past that proves to yourself, I am this person. So you have to start, dream big, but start small. So what you did, and I think what mushrooms do is super interesting, because they kind of shortcut your way into changing your identity. However it works neurochemically, I haven't studied it, but it does seem like that from a lot of stories I've heard, where it gets you to go and confront these parts of yourself that are kind of hidden from a day-to-day standpoint, and you confront them and you're like, oh, this is the underlying identities that I assign myself to that are holding me back. And it seems like you had that experience. And once you were like, hey, I can't identify with you anymore, and in this way I need to be this new identity, and people usually do that by changing their name, that they do. I've seen this a lot when I did this trip in Hawaii. A lot of people were like, they'd have these huge problems living on the mainland, like in the United States, and then when they get to Hawaii, one of their kind of desires was to change, and they would naturally change their name as a byproduct, which I always thought was really interesting. But it seemed like you did that.
Yeah.
So it's interesting.
Yeah. That's such a good point too. That's why vision boards are so powerful. Because when you create a vision board and you have those pictures there that make you feel a certain way about your life, when you have that picture of your dream house and your dream car and that relationship, the silhouette of you and that other person walking on the beach at sunset, you start having thoughts, going back to your box analogy, you start having the thoughts and identifying with that and how it would feel to walk into that kind of house every day. It's like, even with what I'm doing now with organizing my house and my space, is like, my identity has changed so much in the last week and a half that it's like, excuse me, it's like, Thanecha Tila is this organized, badass woman that just takes on the world, who doesn't have to ask everyone for permission to be. Like, it's so frustrating to me when people try to tell me how I should operate, how I should do my business, or all these ideas that I have. I completely understand the idea that you should pick one thing, focus on it with all your heart, and go after that and become very successful and very good in that skill or in that business.
Then you leverage that to help you succeed.
Yes. Yeah. And I understand that. And I believe not everyone is meant to do things that way. For me, for example, there are multiple facets of who I am. All things that I'm talented at, all things that I want to grow at the same time, but they're also all integrated. And as I'm trying to share these visions with people in my life, almost everyone is like, Thanecha, it's too much, just pick one thing. I'm like, I don't want to. The other things are not things that I'm willing to cut out of my life. So for example, my YouTube channel. There's a lot that I want to share with the world, a lot that I want to inspire people with, maybe. That's one thing. My music is another thing. My sensual dancing, women's empowerment, clothing on OnlyFans channel that I just started, by the way. Thanecha Tila, 1111 a month.
Wait, spell it out.
ThanechaTela on OnlyFans.com. All of that. And I really want to help break the stigma around that too. I love just taking this idea that society has and crushing it. That's why I had a shaved head for 7 years.
Really?
Yeah. Like, this is the longest it's been. This is long for me. And this is, this is short. Yeah, because part of it also was I had a friend who passed away of a stage 4 brain tumor at 29 years old. She wasn't a close friend of mine. She was more an acquaintance through my partner at the time. Yeah. But she made such an impact on the world and Tampa Bay, especially during the last years of her life, that I really wanted to help honor her memory. So we did, me, 4 of my best friends, my boyfriend at the time, they all came over to my house. We did a Facebook Live as they were all taking turns shaving my head. It was crazy.
Whoa.
Yeah. And we got to like the sides of it was shaved and the top was a little bit long. It was kind of like this. No, but it actually looked really good. Yeah. And all these people on Facebook were like, keep it like that, It looks so cool. And I'm like,
nah.
That's not what we came here to do.
I'm going full Shaolin.
Yeah. Yes. And I kept it that way for 7 years. But part of it, not just for her honor, but the other part of it was anything I can do to help break the stereotype of what is considered beautiful, I want to help do that, because people shouldn't wake up and feel like they have to have hair to be beautiful or they have to wear makeup. I was a makeup artist for years. That's what brought me to Tampa. And I used to feel like I had to have a full face of makeup on or I could not leave the house. And when I say full face, I am a recovering perfectionist. I'm not feeling that way anymore. But I would spend a minimum of an hour on my makeup every day. And I mean minimum.
Do you feel like a lot of women share that same behavior?
Yes.
Really?
Especially when you put makeup on and you go out into the world and you get compliments. And for me, my makeup was a work of art, especially my eyes. All the colors. I never left the house without 4 eyeshadow colors on.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah. They would be blended, just gorgeous. They would match my outfit. Like, if I wore this, I would have eyeshadow that was blue leading into purple, into pink, into orange, into yellow. At least.
Whoa.
With these pants that I'm wearing right now. Yeah. Because it would have to match.
She's got some gangster pants on, people.
Yes, very like 80s, 80s yoga pants.
With the triangles.
With the triangles. But when you go out into the world and people are like, oh my gosh, your makeup is so beautiful. Where are you going? Are you doing an event today? And it's like, no. Like, this is just me. Like, this is what I do for a living. And then you don't wear all of that. And people aren't stopping you everywhere you go and telling you how gorgeous you are.
Interesting.
You feel like you have to do that.
It becomes addicting.
Yeah.
Because you're getting this source of dopamine from this validation from people.
Yes.
And then you get a kind of like used to it. And
You're
like,
yeah.
Oh, I want that. Where'd it go? Where? No.
Yep. Exactly. I remember one time when I first moved to Tampa, I had a dog that was a Rhodesian Ridgeback Rottweiler mix. She's like 130 pounds. And one day, I live in this apartment complex.
130?
Yeah,
oh
she was
goodness.
big. I'll show you some pictures later. Her name was Duchess. She was the ruler, definitely. But one morning, she's like whining to go outside. And I'm like, I'm sorry, Duchess. You're going to have to wait at least 30 more minutes for me to finish my makeup. Dude, no one in my apartment complex even knew me. No one. But I could not walk out of the house.
It's so habitual.
Yeah. And over time, I was able to let go of that. During the 7 years that I had a shaved head, a lot of that time, I didn't even wear mascara. I wore no makeup. I didn't paint my nails for 4 years, not even my toenails.
No.
Yeah. Now I'm over that. My toenails are pink right now. And they're looking cute. They're looking cute. But I really went through this phase of like loving and appreciating myself. My natural beauty, who I am. And, you know, being a yoga instructor, like really tapping into that and showing people you don't have to have these things that society says you need in order to feel validated and enough. You can just go out into the world and be yourself. And who cares if people like it or not? The ones who matter are going to be there for you. They're going to care about you. The rest of them you don't need, and they don't need you.
It is interesting. I think a big part of living a good life is getting your pleasure from healthy places.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because we're wired as humans to seek out sources of pleasure and avoid places of stress and things that make us feel like shit. And sometimes those can kind of go into each other. Like we can, like my phone, you know, and Instagram. So it's a huge source of pleasure, a huge source of dopamine, this anticipation of getting what I want. And then when I get it and then doing it too much, you feel like shit. But it seems like for you that you shifted that and maybe now you're getting your dopamine, because that's going to be for the rest of your life. We're always going to be looking for pleasure. But now you shifted it to a healthier source instead of like getting validation from people, which is hard and it has its cons.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, and I think too, like what I foresee the future looking like, I think I'm going to have so much dopamine by making a positive impact for people on a larger scale, because I already feel like I do that. I
self-transcend.
Yes. To be able, like going back to the OnlyFans thing, I want to break the stigma around that. OnlyFans is not just a platform where people are getting naked and pleasuring themselves or having sex. That's not what it is anymore. There are so many comedians that are on there.
Really?
Yeah, because it's a platform where they're not censored. There are people with cooking shows. There are people with motivational videos. There's a guy on there. He sits at his kitchen table every day with his shirt off. Yeah, his whole thing is like the fit dad or whatever. He sits there, shirt off, but gives a motivational talk every morning.
Nice.
Like, it's just so different, and I want to help break that stigma. And my channel is to empower women to feel good in their bodies, to move their bodies, and to tap into their sensuality without feeling like they are sinning. Because that is a thing that is programmed into our minds, especially if you are in different religions, as I was when I was younger, when I was a teenager. It was beat into my head. And I just saw this on Instagram like a week ago. A young male pastor saying this same thing, which is ridiculous.
What was he saying?
But if you as a woman wear something that causes a man to lust after you, you are sinning. Although he didn't go into the rest of the verse that he was quoting, which talks to the man and says, if your eye causes you to sin and lust after a woman, pluck it out. Literally, it says if your hand causes you to sin, cut it off. So they never talk about that portion of it. They just talk about the portion that the woman is. So it's beat into our minds that if you are sensual, you are sinful. And that is not the truth. Sensuality is a very beautiful, powerful thing. And I believe that's why it's been slipped into some religions as a bad thing, because people with power are trying to keep everyone else as small as possible. When they realize how powerful sensuality is, of course they're going to try to control that. But it doesn't have to be a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. It's not a negative thing. And for a woman to be able to look in the mirror, love herself, love her body that she is in, and feel like she can move and dance and be sensual, that is what I'm going to bring to the world. And we deserve it. As women and men, we deserve to. And going back to the name Aubrey Marcus does things like this, where he does all these dances with he and his partner and all these people. You know, they do these very primal, sensual, get into your body movements that society has said is weird. It's not weird. It's something we need.
Look, people just afflict new things as weird, and then you do the new thing enough, and then it's not weird anymore.
Yes. And I'm glad that there are enough new things that also resonate with me that I'm like, yes, I'm going to break the stigma around all of this.
It just takes time. It's just time. You know, it's these... I remember reading this article about how the government would cause these huge changes culturally. Maybe like changing the perception of certain races, or you know, changing the people's mind. And I've seen that an approach that they usually take is, there's kind of two approaches, and it kind of connects to what you're talking about breaking these generational perceptions. It's two approaches, where one, it's imagine you have a lake, and then you have a teardrop thing. You know, little thing you pull out of essential oil and you drop it.
Yeah.
And the approach would be very small impacts over time. You know, that start small but build up, and then over time nobody notices that things are changing, but they're kind of happening under, you know, our view of, you know, what's happening in our day-to-day world. And then there's these huge impacts, which is like everything's changing right now.
Yeah.
And it seems the most effective approach is the small drops.
Yeah.
Over time, but it takes time.
Yeah. And I can definitely see how in our culture, there have been a lot of things that have just been drip, drip, drip. And some of it now I look at the world and I'm like, what the hell is going on right now? How is this normal?
Yeah.
And just like it can be used in a way that is negative and shifts the world in a negative way. Like right now, I feel like there's so much dissension. There's so much like them versus us. And that's not the way it should be. We're all humans. We are all one thing, humanity. We should be working together to create better lives for all of us. But it's so much them versus us. I feel very called and convicted to fully utilize the gifts and talents that I have in order to create a shift that is in opposition of that. A shift that is, we are one, we are human, we are love. And that's where, going back to what I was saying earlier, all these facets of who I am, my YouTube channel, my OnlyFans, my music, it all works together for the business that is me. Me, Thanecha Tila, the superstar. What does that look like? It looks like this. And to be able to, for example, create music, I'll be learning how to produce music on another level very soon. For now, I've been using an app called Suno. It's an AI app to create music. I know people have a lot of mixed emotions about AI. So do I. However, if I can, in 30 seconds, create a song that is catchy, that the kids are going to love, that is an EDM hit or R&B or rap or whatever. But instead of talking about getting tipsy in the club, which I'm tired of singing these freaking songs. I don't even drink alcohol. But they come on the playlist that I play for my hit classes, and I'm like, yeah, getting tipsy. I'm like, why am I singing this? or break up with your girlfriend. You want me? Why? That does not resonate with me. So instead, if I can create music in 30 seconds that I can flood the world with, and get this music to the children of the world, and get them singing songs about self-love, healing trauma, forgiving people, kindness, compassion, I can spark, not I as in an egotistical thing, but I can help spark a movement that can really, really massively change the world in the next generation. And I'm not going to put that aside to just focus on my YouTube channel or just focus on this. I'm going to do it all.
I think with the doing it all method, you can, but you have to, there's so much that you can do, but you could delegate.
Yes.
You could delegate,
yes.
And you could also systematize so that it's not you doing it, because Thanecha has a limited amount of resources and time, aside from all the other things you're doing, like such as supporting your life and, having a relationship and your friends, everybody. But you could systematize. There was this book I read called I think you've maybe read it, The 4-Hour Workweek by Tim Ferriss.
I actually have not read it.
It's one of the best books.
I'm very familiar with the name of it and kind of the concept, but yeah, I haven't read it yet.
It's a fantastic book. I think it would be great for you and what you want to do, because it gives you a system on to how to understand your time in a better way and how to really stop trading your time for your goals, and how you could leverage your effort towards things that could work without you. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just you're using your efforts in a better way. You're making systems. For example, instead of me sending 100 messages out to each client, I save myself 2 hours by making a shortcut on my iPhone that does it for me every Tuesday. So
you can do that.
I do it all the time.
Gosh.
Yeah,
I just remembered someone showed me how to do that like 6 months ago.
yeah, I do it all the time. Every Tuesday I send out a weekly weekly ad referrals to all my clients that says, if you do this, refer my business, you get this, etc. And I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
I just I'll let a little system do it. And that's the beautiful thing about technology, is that you can systematize everything now.
Yes.
Everything. So you can do all the things that you want, but you have to recognize you physically cannot do everything.
Yeah.
But you could use your efforts in a good way to create systems that could do it for you.
Yes. I have used ChatGPT over the last, I'll say 2 months, 2 or 3 months.
ChatGPT is crazy.
Yes.
It's friggin' insane.
Yes. And again, I know people have mixed emotions. Me too. But you got to utilize the tools that are out there to propel yourself forward. So I have used that to come up with an entire posting schedule. Like for my YouTube channel, for example. I said, yo, Chatty, I want to do this playlist.
You say Chatty
this
too.
Playlist, yeah.
Frickin', who started it first?
John started it, absolutely. But
I'm I was saying it.
Yeah. Gotta give it a little, can't be like, Hi, Chat GPT. Can you help? No. What up, Chatty? All right, listen, we gotta get down to it. But I'm like, on my YouTube channel, I want to talk about this. I want to have a playlist for this. It created an entire schedule for me. On Tuesday, I post to the channel that talks about psychedelics, or the playlist on my channel, because you can have different playlists that are just like different channels on a TV. And it's like, post the psychedelics. Wednesday, post this to the love channel, post this to the music channel. So it's got it all laid out. Same thing with my OnlyFans channel. It gave me an entire schedule. Monday, post this type of video. Tuesday, post a cute little lifestyle photo of you in a cute outfit, I don't know, making a sandwich or something. It gave me an entire outline. So now, like you said, using the systems, putting it in place to where it's automated. And on OnlyFans and on a lot of things, you can schedule everything out. Like, even if you use Canva, you can schedule your posts on Instagram for a whole freaking month. You can schedule them out with the entire caption and the picture and everything. So you can spend a weekend, a month, typing out everything that you want to say. Here's this photo. This is all the things I want to say about it. I'm going to post that on Monday. I'm going to schedule this one to go out on Tuesday. Very cool.
How do you schedule it?
On Canva, it has a scheduling part of it.
And it connects to Instagram?
Yep.
Really?
Yep. I used it a while back. I was doing it. I have so many Instagrams. It's ridiculous. So a while back, I had one called Chisabi, which is a project for down the road. It's a wellness resort.
Chisabi.
Yes, and it's going to be incredible. That's what my license plate says. Chisabi. Yeah, and that's a whole nother story. But it's all about balancing the light and dark within yourself. Not trying to hide the darkness, but using it as a tool. Using your anger to make you work harder. Whatever it is. And so on that Instagram, I would post a quote-unquote dark quote, and then a picture of myself, and then a light quote. So the dark quotes were always like in your face, usually with at least one cuss word, and then a caption like, fuck your excuses, get it done. And then it's just like, and then it's a caption. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. And the light quotes are like, you're a star, and like something very fluffy and makes you feel good. And so I would schedule all of that out. Dark quote, light picture quote of me, light quote. Dark quote, picture of me, light quote. And if you look on that page, that's exactly what it is. You've got one column, 2 column, 3 column.
Nice.
And it's all, but I use Canva to do all of that.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it free or does it cost money?
There is a free version. I've had the paid version for a couple years, but I want to say, I feel like I might have scheduled it with the free version because I don't think that I had the paid version back then. Yeah, but definitely something to look into. And a lot of those apps can do that. So it's just, finding the ones that work for you and then putting that system in place. That's the thing. That is the thing that that has been missing most in my life. As someone who, I don't want to say struggles with, but as someone who has struggled my entire life with ADHD, like major, just what's missing is just a system for things.
Yeah.
If I have a system, just like with my clothes, when I read the book, The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up by Marie Kondo.
Marie Kondo.
Yes. She had a Netflix show called The KonMari Method. And it's her 2 names put together, Marie Kondo, KonMari Method. And she talks about with your clothes, she talks about a lot of things, but with your shirts, for example, folding them in a way so that instead of them laying flat in your drawer, they stand up and you stack them in a row. Oh, yeah. I'll have to show you before you leave.
Sick.
Yeah, so then when you open your drawer, you see every shirt that you have.
Oh,
you
that's
pick
sick.
it up. Yeah. Since doing her method, it has made my life so much easier when it comes to my clothing and a lot of other things too. A lot of things.
What's the book called?
The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up.
The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up by Marie
Kondo.
By Marie Kondo.
And I don't know if it still is available, but the entire audiobook was on YouTube for free.
Nice.
And so I've listened to that many times. But she even talks about when you're clearing clutter, going through your closet, going through all your things, and If you have things that have sentimental value to you, and you know you are never going to use them again. For example, people have Letterman jackets from high school. You're never going to wear that again.
What's a Letterman jacket?
It's like in the movies where somebody who's on the football team, they all have like those jackets with like the patches and the like. I never had one, but you
their
know.
own insignias towards something that they're a part of.
Yes.
Okay.
And most of the time, people are not ever going to wear those out of high school because people gain weight, they get bigger, they just, or it's not part of their life anymore, but they have so much sentimental value attached to it that they can't get rid of it. So what she says is, thank it for all of the memories. But if you've got that Letterman jacket in the back of your closet, it's not fulfilling its purpose either. If it's in a box somewhere, it's not fulfilling its purpose. It's not being able to be used.
My mom needs to read this.
Yeah.
Just a million things.
It makes a big difference when you think about it that way. Like, oh my gosh, that jacket was created to be worn, created to be shown off. And here I am, stuffing it in the back of the closet, never to see the light of day.
And our items do have a tendency to hold us back. One of the biggest excuses I hear for why people don't travel is like a lot of my friends be like, I have so much stuff, like I just can't leave it.
Mm-hmm.
What are you talking about? Just go.
Just go.
Get rid of it. They're like, no!
Yes.
It's insane.
I know.
You get so attached. You just add all these anchors. Like, I have this pot, and I have this clothes, and like, get rid of it. No. And I'm like, why? And they're like, because it means something. I'm like, but you never use it. And it's weird. It's weird. Maybe it tells us something about our psychology, about like how we work as humans. And
I think so.
it's weird, right?
Yeah. It's so interesting.
I catch myself kind of getting like that as I'm aging. Because when I was young, I was like, bring it on.
Yeah. Well, one of the things that she talks about that made a lot of things easier for me is take pictures. Take pictures of those things. Take pictures of the Letterman jacket and then let it go. When it comes to papers, don't keep papers. Like that freaking, you know, the thing that shows you how to use your toaster oven, are you ever going to look through that instructional booklet? No.
Never.
It's going to stay in the drawer
forever.
For 10 years. Then you're going to take it to your next house. You're never going to... If it's broken, you're going to go on the internet and be like, yo, how do I fix this? You're not going to look for the freaking instruction manual.
No practical value.
Yeah,
whatsoever.
not at all. But another thing that I feel like holds people back from letting go of things is the money that they spent on that thing. They're like, oh, I can't let go of this. I paid so much money for this.
Yeah.
Well, there's a technique that you can use to help let go of things like that. And it is, if you did not currently have this thing, how much would you pay for it today? In the condition that it's in, how much would you go out and pay for that thing? If you wouldn't spend a good amount of money on it, it's not worth keeping. It's not important enough. It doesn't have enough value to you to go out and purchase that. So it doesn't matter how much you paid for it 10 years ago. Let it go. Because it's just holding you back.
Her book kind of sounds like there's this book called The Easy Way to Stop Smoking Cigarettes by, I think his name's Alan Carr. I think I could be botching that name completely. But the way his book works is that he changes your mind by like moving it with his words. Like there's a certain psychological term for how he structures his book and how he writes it. But imagine his voice is connected to your brain. And his voice goes like here, and then your brain goes here. And he knows where to move your brain to move you emotionally.
Oh my gosh.
And then from moving you emotionally, he knows how to like change your behavior. But he really just like changes your perception on these things, so you change it up. Have you ever read the book Atomic Habits?
Yes.
You have?
Yeah.
What would you think about it?
I loved it. I read it, well, now it's over a year ago, when I was doing 75 Hard for the first time.
And that was the challenge that you did with the gallon of water.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I'm so glad I'm done with that stupid... Because I just did it again.
You did it again?
Yeah, I just finished it December 15th.
What?
Yeah. Let me tell you, some of us... Okay, this is also an excuse too. However, listen, some of us... do not need to drink a freaking gallon of water a day.
It's a lot.
I don't need to drink a gallon. However, listen, I understand if I had a system in place and I actually planned it out and I drank this much in the morning and then this much like every hour, it would be fine.
It's a lot.
But what I did all the time is it would be like 11 o'clock at night. I'd still have half of a gallon to drink.
No, I know.
I would chug it before bed. And then like one day, just a few weeks ago, I woke up in the morning. I had to go teach an early morning HIIT class. I used the bathroom like 5 times before I left my house that morning. Then used it right before I left. Got to the gym, which is like 12 minutes away. Had to use the bathroom again immediately. Set up the HIIT class with all the equipment. Had to use the bathroom again before the HIIT class started. And then barely made it to the end of the class.
Oh my God.
When the class ended, I'm like, okay guys, start stretching. I'll be right back. And I literally had to run out. That is torture.
Yeah, I want to know the science on why drinking a gallon of water is so useful, because I did it. Benji got me into it. He was like, dude, you gotta drink a gallon of water every day. And I tried. And it was a habit for a couple months. And I was like, this sucks.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's so much. Like, I don't feel like I need it.
Yeah. And that's the thing. I mean, if you need it, you need it. I do think that as a society, we probably need to drink more water. People don't
dehydrated.
drink enough water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
And you don't realize you're dehydrated until you're dehydrated. But
a gallon of
yeah,
water
a
is
gallon.
lot.
Yeah. I don't want to put myself through that again. Like it's torture. It's literally you are torturing yourself. Now again, if I had a system in place and I had like a little alarm that went off every hour and I drank a certain amount and I spread it out throughout the day, I know that it would be a very different experience.
Yeah.
I do know that.
Yeah.
However, not willing to go through that again.
Yeah.
Not at this point in my life. And you know what? In 4 months, I might change my mind. I might be like, oh my gosh, I am the most dedicated, scheduled person. And I have all these systems and I can do this now and drink, a little bit throughout the day. Maybe I can't. Not right now. Nope. Not important to me.
Mm-mm.
No.
Mm-mm. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that book helped you get on the path of that.
Well, Atomic Habits. Wait, are you talking about Atomic Habits?
Yeah.
Okay. I think with Atomic Habits and with quite a few really great books, like The Compound Effect. That's a great book.
The Compound
Oh
Effect.
my gosh.
It's good?
I think I have a copy of it. If I remember before you go, I'll let you borrow it. It's really good.
What's it about?
It's about it's kind of like Atomic Habits, where with Atomic Habits, like, okay, I already have this habit of waking up and brushing my teeth in the morning. So I'm just going to add another thing on top of that. So, right after or right before I brush my teeth, I'm going to take my vitamin D tincture that goes under my tongue. Because it's like, that's what I do. It's right next to my, it's on my sink. So that I do that.
Stacking.
Yes, it's habit stacking. So the compound effect is similar to that. You're compounding what you're doing. So just like I don't know if you've ever heard this story, but if you asked 2 people, would you rather have $3 million today or a penny doubled every day for 31 days, which would you take?
Well, probably I would take the penny.
Okay. So that is actually the better choice.
Yeah.
But most people would take the $3 million because they're like, I get $3 million today and a penny doubled a day, like whatever. So with the penny doubled a day, it goes from 1 penny to 2 penny, 2 pennies to 4 pennies, 4 to 8. It's not until, I want to say it's like day 29, you're still at like almost nothing compared to the $3 million. And if you've got 2 friends on day 29, the one friend is like, man, what the frick? I still don't really have that much money and you still got $3 million. However, I think it's day 30 that it either passes the 3 million or it's like 2.9 or something like that on day 30. Day 31, and I'm totally butchering these numbers, but like day 31, I want to say it shoots up to like 10 million.
Damn.
So maybe it's like day 29. However it is, by the end of it, it's significantly more than $3 million if you have the patience to just play it out. So that's kind of like the compound effect. If you are wanting to get healthier in your life and you just cut out one extra snack that you have a day, or instead of eating Doritos, which are terrible for you, by the way. If you use the Yuka app, Y-U-K-A.
I've been using that app like a crackhead.
Dang,
every time.
It's so eye-opening. Like, what you think is healthy, and you're like, oh my gosh, look at all these additives. And so many of these additives are endocrine disruptors, and they cause issues if you're trying to have children. So, like, with John and I trying to have children, I'm so aware of that now. And I scan these things and I'm like, oh my gosh, I thought this protein bar was good for you. It's got these freaking endocrine disrupting additives. Mm-hmm. What the heck? Nuh-uh. So, yeah. If you're used to eating Doritos every day, like during COVID, I ate the purple bag sweet spicy Doritos all the freaking time.
They are vegan.
Yeah.
They are vegan, so they get you.
And so are Oreos, man. I know. The two of those during COVID. Oh my gosh.
I had to stop with the Oreos. Oh man. They're sneakily.
They are sneaky. They are, man.
When I was in Argentina backpacking for 6 months, I was hitchhiking. I ended up hitchhiking 4,000 miles across Argentina and Chile all by myself. And I did it, and my entire diet was, I'll be honest, was the worst diet ever. I ate Oreos, Lay's chips, peanuts, and oranges. That was it. That was my diet for 6 months.
Oh my gosh.
And for some reason I was fine. I don't know.
I know. Isn't that crazy? Like, the thing that we put ourselves through, and the body's like, well, I just gotta keep going. I gotta figure it out. I will get nutrients from this Oreo somehow. But yeah. If you're used to eating like that, or let's go back to the Dorito analogy. Yeah. If you're used to eating Doritos every day, and you switch them for late July chips. Late July chips rate really high. They don't have a lot of additives. Of course, you have to scan each of them because you never know. Flavors make a difference.
Yeah.
But if you just switch that and go to eating late July chips, over time, that's going to add up. If you're used to having a soda every day and then you take that out, that is going to add up. So the same thing the opposite way. If you're like, oh, let me just have a sweet treat because I've been working really hard. The compound effect is, okay, you have a sweet treat today, and then you have it one tomorrow, and the next day. All of that is compounding.
I love that.
It's becoming overwhelming, and then all of a sudden you've gained 15 pounds because the compound of all of that. Yeah, and I could be totally butchering the analogies for all this, but
it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it's like just put those little habits and be consistent with it, and over time, what all of those things have compounded into creates a completely different life for yourself.
I really like that idea. I think it maybe the benefit it seems that it's kind of promoting is that it shifts your perspective on your behavior by getting you to see things in a more true version of not just what's happening right now in the moment, not just you eating the Dorito chips right now, but what it looks like 15 years from now by you eating those Dorito chips. And I think that's a great perception to have.
Yeah.
And it's like you're looking at this behavior like, okay, I'm going to eat one chip, I'm going to eat one bag of Doritos, and in the moment it seems like nothing. But if you had that different way of thinking, which is like, I see not just the behavior, but I see what the behavior can turn into.
Yeah. And
then you get to see the reality of that behavior by looking down 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. So it's a really good perception.
Yeah. I talk to my dad about that a lot because he's been smoking cigarettes for, 50 years. Like literally 50.
Give him that book.
You know what? I am going to give him that book. I'm going to see.
I gave my friend that book, my housemate, that we live in Shore Acres, because he's been smoking for a long time. And it's made it's a significant impact.
The Atomic Habits book.
No, not the Atomic. He should read that as well.
Oh.
But this book it's called The Easy Way to Stop Smoking.
Oh, got it. Okay, that totally makes sense now. I'm like, okay.
The reason that it works is that it makes the behavior more unattractive. Which, from Atomic Habits, one of the ways, his system for breaking a behavior is we have the cue, you have the craving, you have the response, you have the reward. And if you invert that into making a behavior less likely, you would make it invisible, you would make it unattractive, you would make it very hard, and you'd make it very unsatisfying. What that book does is it changes your perception on smoking, so it makes it extremely unattractive by reading the book. There's something magical about books and how they can change your mind. And I think it's that drip effect that we were talking about.
Yeah.
How it's this slow, You ever seen those videos of those guys hitting rocks? And it's like they're kind of carving out a rock. And they're doing it a million times, and it goes boom, boom, and it seems like nothing is happening, but then that one hit, and it cracks the rock in half.
Yeah.
So that book, I think books kind of do that. They just make these little changes, and
yeah,
it doesn't seem like big enough, not big enough to set off the defense system.
Yes.
But just enough to go under and be like, I'm gonna change his mind just a little bit. It has that compounding effect.
Yeah.
We were talking about.
That's exactly what I need to get for him, because I think the way I've been approaching it is kind of like the shock the system, stop this. But one thing that I have told him, though, because he has COPD.
What's that?
Coronary artery. No, you know what? Completely ignore that. I used to be a medical transcriptionist for a cardiology associates in Panama City, so like my mind is on all this heart stuff. COPD is something to do with breathing. I think it's pulmonary something, but it's like you're breathing. And so,
is it a disease or is it a condition?
It's a condition. And he has it because he has smoked for so many years. And so a year ago, he was in the hospital last January for 11 days. Like, could not breathe. They emptied all this tar out of his lungs, all this just disgusting stuff from smoking.
What does that look like, the tar?
I didn't look at it.
Is it literal black stuff?
It's like black stuff, yeah.
Ugh.
I didn't look at that, but he has other things, and he was like spitting. It's just whatever. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
But he got out of the hospital. He was smoking again. I'm like, Dad, what is wrong with you? Like, why don't you care about yourself? And what I've started asking him and trying to help him discern for himself, going back to like, oh, if I eat these Doritos today, like, what's the effect in 5 years if you continue to do that? I ask him, sure, you're cutting back, you're not smoking as much, but every time you pick up the cigarette, ask yourself, is this going to get me closer to my goals? If your goal is to be healthy, if your goal is to be able to breathe, it doesn't matter if it's one cigarette or a pack. That action it's either for your goals or it is against your goals. There is no neutral. The cigarette is not going to get you healthier. It is going to make you worse. Just asking yourself that in every moment. Is this in alignment with what I've said matters to me? If spending time with my family and my friends is the most important thing in my life, deepening relationships, is turning on this TV in alignment with that? Is watching 5 hours of back-to-back shows in alignment with what I've said matters?
Yeah,
and every once in a while you can. Listen, I just started watching Stranger Things, and it's really freaking good. And
it's good, right?
And that's why I don't watch TV shows.
No, I don't watch it.
I've never watched Game of Thrones. I've never watched The Sopranos. Like, there's so many things I've never watched.
It's too good.
It's too good.
It's too good.
Like, I was telling John, I really wish that all of these TV shows were like YouTube, where you can put it on like 2 times the speed. Because listen, let me watch it 2 times the speed. I'll get everything that's going on and get done with it sooner. Yeah, like, I'm totally fine with that. But yeah, it's so addictive.
It is.
Which is why I... Like, in my house for a long time, I didn't have a TV. I wouldn't have one because I am addicted.
It's addictive.
Yeah.
Businesses and companies understand our nature better than us. Mm-hmm. And they know how to use it against us to get us to do certain behaviors that give them what they want. Money.
Yeah. Yep.
Or whatever.
And attention. Our attention and our time. Just like all these social media apps. Yeah.
It's so addictive.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Because it's so addictive that you even understand what's going on. Because I have a good background in social and behavioral psychology, and I've loved to study the inner workings of the body and anatomy and how it, our neurology and how it works. And I even have a good understanding of what's going on, but I just hop onto it, and I'm like, I know what's happening, and I still keep doing it. It's horrible. Yeah.
You're like, as your finger is scrolling to the next thing, gosh, I should really get off this. Stop. Oh, but wait, hold on. There might be... Well, hold on, wait.
So
yeah.
I blocked it all.
Yeah.
I blocked it all. I'm trying to figure out a better way to get into it where I still use it because it has its pros.
Yeah.
Especially because everybody's on it. So you have everybody's attention if you have good content.
Yeah.
But it can't get into my personal life. It's just too destructive.
Yes. Well, I think, like, the scheduling is really powerful as
That's
far
good.
as like your presence being known out there.
Yeah.
And then what I am excited to make a habit is to just sit down at my desk in my studio and have dedicated time to responding to messages, because historically, the old me, a week and a half ago, the old me, very bad at responding to messages. And not just very bad, I communicate with so many people. I've taught thousands and thousands of yoga and group fitness classes throughout Tampa Bay. There was a time when I taught 25 classes a week,
Whoa.
7 days a week for over a year.
Whoa.
That's 100 classes a month.
Whoa. That's a lot.
And I've taught for like 7 years. And not at that level the entire time, but a lot of it.
This is why everybody who recognizes you, like, who was that?
Yes. I'm like, can you please wear a name tag, everybody, please?
I get it. It happens
Yeah.
to me too.
Yeah. So even right now, which, listen, I'm working on it. As of this morning, my unread text messages,
How many?
they are over 2,000.
Ooh!
Yes.
Thanecha.
Yes, I know.
That's a lot.
Oh, I know.
That's a lot.
Listen, I get like 10 phone numbers a week.
Yo, you need
I communicate. I meet new people. I invite them to connect.
You need to hire somebody to take care
really
of this.
do.
You should hire
I really
somebody.
do. But you know what?
What?
One of the many books that I'm going to write, because I've already started like 5. Not a priority right now, though. I have other things that are higher on the priority list. But one of the books that I'm going to write is going to be called The Epic Reconnect.
The epic reconnect.
Yes. So last year, right before my birthday, it was like the beginning of July. My birthday is August 1st, and I was planning the next Connectia at the end of the month, and it was going to be my birthday party because it was like 2 days before my birthday. I started scrolling through all my unread text messages, trying to respond to people, and I was responding to people who texted me over a year ago.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's insane.
And people are like, why are you doing that? Like, it's not relevant anymore, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, you never know what could come from it. So.
Yo, do you want to hang out? 3 years ago. Yeah,
Well,
I'm available.
I'm available next week.
Right now.
Dude, I don't even live in the country anymore. Oh, my bad. Zoom? Hang out on Zoom? We can watch the show together. Stranger Things. Anyway, during that time, there were 2 different people that I reached out to. One of them is named Dom. He had texted me over a year before. It was like April the year before. And this is in July when I texted him back the next year. All it said was, hey, this is Dom. And it had a link to his book of poetry that he had written about heartbreak. So I clicked on the link. I'm like, okay, this seems like a cool book. Seems like a cool dude. Based on the time I met him, he was probably at a kava bar somewhere, probably a dignitary, my favorite. And so I texted him. I go, hey, can't remember where we met, but it was probably in one of my fitness classes or at a kava bar somewhere. If I give you my number, you're probably a really cool person.
Oh,
I have a birthday party coming up. I'd love to invite you. There's a bunch of cool people that's going to be there. You know, come on out. He called me.
Oh.
Yeah. And he's like, who is this? Where did we meet? I'm like, dude, I don't know. But if you want to come to my birthday party, like, come out, right? So he came to the birthday party.
He did?
Yeah.
He was here?
Yeah. Actually, you've probably met him at one of the connections because he's been to like 4 now.
What?
He's a big, tall, black dude, wears glasses, braids.
Oh,
really
you're
cool
talking
dude.
about the guy who was freaking repping out the
Yes.
the standing press.
Yeah.
Oh,
In
the standing
yes.
overhead press. Oh,
That guy. Yeah.
That's Dom.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
Dom.
now I remember. His name is Dom. Okay.
Yeah. So reconnected with him.
That's funny.
The same time, I messaged another girl named Misha. And again, she had texted me like a year before. Wasn't really sure who she was. I'm sure it was like a yoga class or something. And I messaged her, same thing. Hey, you know, sorry it's a year later, but I got this birthday party coming up, blah, blah, blah. You should come. She came to the birthday party.
Nice.
She's a very talented artist. She gave me a beautiful, like, mug, kind of like a tumbler, that had a piece of art that she created, you know, like inside the tumbler, I guess. And really cool girl. Came here. She's come to some of our workouts. And the book, one of the books that I'm going to write, is about these epic reconnects. Like people that
Yeah, that's cool.
I would have probably never talked to again in my life.
Oh, so short stories compiled about different people.
Yeah,
that
about
you've
people that
reconnected.
I've reconnected with
I love that.
because of me going through messages that are way outdated.
I love that.
And those are just my text messages. I have like Instagram, Facebook. Oh my gosh, ridiculous.
It's a lot.
Yeah, it's so much. And that's where it comes back to also the self-sabotaging, missing opportunities, like all this stuff.
Yeah.
But to get back to my other point before my ADHD brain took us down that path is I'm excited about being able to sit down in my office, in my studio, and just go through messages, respond to messages every day. So Instagram, for example, I can get on there on my iPad and just respond, couple hours, an hour, whatever I decide. And then it's done. I don't have to have Instagram on I do need Instagram on my phone because after every class I take a boomerang and blah, 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 blah. But I don't necessarily have to get on Instagram on my phone. I don't have to have it sucking my life away, being addictive. I can get on there, respond to all my messages. Sure, scroll through on my iPad, comment on people's posts, see what's going on, and then be done with it and not have it control my day. Because it's such a waste of time when you're just doom scrolling all day long. Instead, write down a list. Maybe I'll do this. Keep a list of people that pop into my mind, because people pop into my mind all the time and I never do reach out. Actually, I've been getting better at that lately. I've called a number of friends in the last week.
Oh, I'll let you finish.
Well, I'm going to make a list of people that pop into my mind. And then when I do get on Instagram, message all of those people. So I'm not just scrolling through things that may or may not be important to me, may or may not interest me. I'm messaging the people that are on my mind, letting them know, deepening those relationships and friendships, supporting my community, and then getting off of it.
I can give you something that I think would help you a lot. So when I was younger, I had a business where I used to sell online systems, databases, to businesses and to other people. So like, it's just online systems to help make something easier. Like, I have 100 cars it's a dealership and I need to know where every car is and I need to store all this information. I would create a system that would store the information and organize it, and then you would buy it from me. So that's what the problems I would solve. So I used to do that for many years. And I would create personal systems for myself to organize information. And I have this one called the social network, where it's where I store all my contacts. It stores all of their personal information. So like name, birthday, where we met, how I met them, likes, dislikes, things they're connected to, skills that they have. And I have this huge database with almost, I think I'm like maybe 2,000 or 1,000 people now.
My gosh.
Like hundreds of people. And it's super useful because it has, for me, I think it's definitely very difficult to stay in contact with everybody. There's so many people, and especially being a very social person, you have person after person after person that wants to hang out with you.
Yeah.
And you're like, yo, I need my time alone. Like, give me some space. But what I do is, this habit has worked wonders for me. So I have their birthday. Anytime I meet somebody, take a photo, I get their birthday. Put it in my system, and then when their birthday comes up, it sends me a reminder, and I send a happy birthday video. And this is a little secret. Did I send one to John? I did send one to John, I think. I made like I made a happy birthday video. And it's good because sometimes I think a call on somebody's birthday can be too much because they don't have enough time. They're probably doing 100 different things. They probably have 100 people trying to call them. A text can be like, they're always getting a text from everybody, so it's not touching their heart, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But a video, from my experience, is like the perfect medium where if you do the video right, how I do it is I'll open up the video and be like, what's up? El campeón del mundo. Like, I'll give them this big introduction, and I'll be like, there's 3 things I love about you. And people love that.
Gosh.
And I'm like, I list them out like 1, 2, 3, and then I have the closer, which is like, I love you, happy birthday, I care about you, I miss you, boom. Best birthday message ever. I always get great responses to that. So I'll give you the system.
Yes,
please. I give you the system, and yeah, and I think it can help you a lot.
That is going to be so epic for me because I have a lot of contacts on my phone. I do the same thing when I save a new contact. I do get a selfie and I save that as their profile picture because then, for example, months ago, I was at my storage unit in Tampa when I still had one.
Yeah.
And when I went there was a brother and sister with their stuff kind of everywhere.
Yeah.
And I couldn't get past them to get to my storage unit. They're like, oh, sorry, let me move my stuff out of the way. The sister, this awesome woman, can't think of her name right now, actually, but that is totally fine. I can look it up on my phone under freaking storage unit because I do have notes saved. But we were chatting. I told her about Thanecha, the monthly party. And I'm like, dude, you guys should come. It was that night. So I'm like, yeah, it's tonight. It's going to be a lot of fun. She's like, well, I can't come tonight, but I'd love to come next month. I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. So texted her, took a selfie, saved her profile picture, whatever.
Nice.
Exactly a month later, she calls me. As soon as I look down at my phone, I know exactly who she is, where we met, the conversation that we had based on the picture of us in the storage unit.
Yeah.
So I answer, I'm like, yo, are you coming tonight to Connection? She's like, oh my gosh, I didn't even think you'd remember who I am. I'm like, oh girl, I got your picture. Of course I'm going to remember who you are.
Go.
So that's why every time I connect with somebody, which like I said, I get like 10 phone numbers a week.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, for real.
That's a lot.
I just love connecting with people.
It's important.
Because I also want them all to come to Thanecha and meet other awesome, good energy human beings who aren't into just partying and drinking and the stuff that I'm not into.
I love your parties so much. That's why I love them.
Thank you.
I come here, I feel relaxed. There's no pressure to engage in any unhealthy habits. To get along, you got to go along. The get along to go along at Connections Party is freaking fun things. You got guys working out, you got guys playing the games, you got karaoke, you got people eating, you got good conversations. The go along, get along behavior is great.
Yes.
And healthy.
Yes. I'm so glad.
Let's freaking go.
I'm so glad. I'm so grateful. Even with that, I started this 3.5 years ago. I've done it every single month since then.
The party.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
3 years.
We've only shifted the date one time, and that's because it was the day that John was running the 46-mile Pinellas Trail Challenge, and he's like, we're not having a party that night. I'm like, okay, cool. So we had it, I think, the next week or something, but I've had one every single month for 3.5 years. And even with that, I wanted to start that for so long, and it came about because at the end of my classes, especially yoga, people would always come up to me and we would have these deep conversations. I love really getting to deep things quickly with people. I don't want surface level conversations, but I would have these really, really deep conversations, and I kept hearing the same thing from people. Where can I meet more people like you? Like people who want to have deep conversations, who don't want to go out and drink. And I'm like, there's tons of you. You're all here in my classes. You just don't know each other. So I'm like, I wanted to create something that would bring everyone together so that people can make new friends. And I wanted to do it for so long. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to start it. And eventually I'm like, I'm starting it next month. It's going to be the last Saturday of every month. And that is that.
Have you guys ever thought about throwing events and like charging just like a ticket price for coming in?
We have. And I think we're going to start doing some things like that. We'd love to do like a half-day retreat here. Like we have the ice plunge little thingy.
You do?
Well, we have one that you like you kind of
blow
blow it up.
and then you put...
Like we have it. And it's big. You can fit probably 2 or 3 people in there, I would say. But at the very least one, if you're going by yourself. We just haven't done it yet.
I think you guys have 2 great skills, you and John, because you're in the business of people. I think one skill that you guys have is like the skill of connecting with people. Mm-hmm. And that's not a skill that many people have. Like we were just talking about, being successful is leveraging skills that you have that most people don't, and then monetizing them to, make some money. Mm-hmm. So I think people love you. I love you. There's so many people that love you guys, John included. And
Absolutely.
I think you have so many people that would come to your things if you just made it, attractive. Like if John threw an event where like the get after it day, where we have like this event challenge day, maybe it's like 10 different challenges and like there's like different teams and you have a competition and you bring a bunch of people together and it's like this playful thing that people can be kind of childish about, but also have fun and get after it. People 100% would pay for that. People 100% will pay for that. And you could also do it under the title of your business, Good Psych Fitness. People 100%, I would pay for that, 100%. And I would tell a bunch of friends about it as well. You just give something that you monetize an event, something that's attractive that people want to do, and then do it. I think that that would be another way to like make some more money with your guys' business.
I think that's a great idea. We've been talking for a while about doing a half-day retreat, and we've put one on the calendar a couple times. Just it hasn't happened. But to do something like that, right? Like a field day kind of.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
If we could do something like that once a quarter. Yeah. And one of the other things that we're going to be doing once a quarter is a market here. We had our first one a few weeks back.
What?
We didn't really promote it a lot, we're learning.
Yeah.
So really it just ended up being like a bunch of us hanging out. There weren't like a lot of people that came here to buy things, but the people that were here that had set up, like, it was awesome. Just fun. The connections that I had, the connections that I saw happening with people. The children that were here running around my front yard. One of the guys was making balloon swords, and they were just like, chasing each other with the balloon swords and blowing bubbles and all these things. It was really incredible. So we're going to do that once a quarter. I have a lot of friends who make things, sell things, have a service to offer, and I would love to showcase that. Now, actually, we just started this wall. I'm going to have to show it to you in a second. It says friends at the top. And actually... I hope I don't steal the thunder, but I'm just going to go ahead and tell you. Before you leave, we want to take your picture with our Polaroid that we just bought and have you be the first friend on our little friends board. Yes.
Go!
Yes. So we want a wall to show off our friends and what they do and what they're skilled at. So we want to have a little Polaroid.
That's sick.
With their name. Yeah. And then like if they have a business card, attach the business card underneath and have this wall of like, hey guys, these are our friends.
Go support
You
them.
need a plumber? You need a whatever? Like, here they are.
I love that.
Yes.
I love that.
Yeah,
that
things like that.
That's a cool idea.
Yeah. I don't know what just made me think of that. But yeah, I just want to show off my friends.
Yeah.
Whether it's the market, whether it's whatever. But I think that is a great idea. And maybe that's something where I can chat with John about that being his event, like the field day kind of thing. And let's get everybody excited and ready to go. And then we'll do the market. And it's like, yeah.
There's so many guys in today's world that have this desire to be great and be warrior-esque, to do shit and really get after it. And we live in a world where the environment doesn't really support that so much. For like, I want to be this warrior, but it's like I don't want to go hurt anybody. But for me, that craving is satisfied through my monthly challenges.
Yeah.
If John had a day, and I think this is very intrinsic to a lot of guys, like this desire to really get after it, and feel proud about yourself. John had a day where he structured an event that satisfied that craving. Many people would go, and many people would be 100% willing to pay for it. And if you had like 50 guys that come together and do a bunch of challenges, and John could be leading it, guys would pay for that. And I would definitely promote that myself, because I have so many guy friends who are like, I want to do what you do, but it's like my challenges are, I've been doing it for a while, so they're a little bit too much. Yeah. Like I invited my friend, I was like, hey, I'm going to go Stairmaster for 13 hours straight to climb Mount Everest with a weighted vest on. You want to come? He's like, you know what? I can do an hour. And I was like, so if we could tone it down a little bit. That's applicable to everybody. And make it fun, make it a team event. You could definitely make a good amount of money with that, and also connect a lot of people together as well. And that would be fun. That would be something that people look forward to. I think that's a good idea.
And it's really cool that we live where we live also, because not only that, with all the people, and St. Pete is such like health conscious community. Everybody's like going to yoga classes, riding their bike, walking at the pier, But also literally where our house is, the next street right there is St. Pete High. If we can partner with them and use the track field that's literally right there and do like a relay race kind of thing or whatever, like if we were able to do the event there, people could just all park on that street and then come back here for like lunch after or dinner or whatever, like party here. Like that's a huge tool that we could utilize.
You guys could also do it in the Vinoy. You could do it right. You could do it right in that
Yes.
park that they're rebuilding. But you could do it right there.
Yeah.
And have like a challenge, and there could be a couple signs that say challenge day, sign up. Come in, and like, well, what are we doing? And it's like, if you want to join, it's like, it's $10, come in, you're gonna play, you're a part of a team. People love that.
I love that. And you know what else? And John and I have been talking about things like this for a while, but doing more like family days where he takes the men, I take the women and children. The men do some crazy stuff like that, like just rah, go after it. Rah.
Warrior.
I take the women and children. We do some fun things. We blow bubbles. We dance. The moms are getting a bit of a workout too. But, you know, there's not enough for families, especially families with younger children.
People would pay for this.
Yeah.
People would pay. And you guys know so many people. So you already have the audience. You just need the product, and then you need to market it, and then you're good. And you guys can make it.
And it's not hard with the systems, right? Like, it's all about deciding what you want to do first, having the vision. Okay, we're going to do it on this day. This is what it's going to encompass, or whatever. I don't know if that's the word I'm looking for, but this is what it will be. And then, okay, let's schedule it out. Let's market it. Let's post.
I'll help
invite
you guys
people
with that.
Cool. I
would
love that
to help,
idea.
because I understand, like, you guys have so much on your plate. So new ideas seem like so much to take on.
Yeah.
But I think if you had a teammate, I would definitely love to help you guys out with that. Because that's also something that I would love to do.
Love it. Let's freaking
Let's
do it.
Let's
love it.
What time is it? What time is it? It's 2:30.
What?
What time is your person coming?
Oh. Forgot to mention this at the beginning. She actually texted me. She has to postpone our vocal session for tomorrow. Yeah, because it was supposed to be at 2.
Okay.
It's on Zoom.
Did I mess it up?
No, not at all.
Okay,
she had another appointment that ran way over. But no, she's an amazing vocal coach, by the way. Oh my gosh, what she is pulling out of me on Zoom. She's in Alabama. I've worked with her in person in the past. Like, that's how we initially started working together years ago, and then we didn't work together for years until this last year. And I called her, I'm like, Tiffany, I need you in my life. I need to figure out what I can do with this voice I have. It's just like your body. If you have a coach that you can go to and be like, what is everything I can do with my body? Like, how strong can I be? Can you help pull that out of me? And you've got somebody like John who's like, yeah, we're going to add 50 more pounds. We're going to do this. Because they see what you're capable of. They see what your strengths are. And they build that. Same thing with my voice. I don't know what I can do. Tiffany does. And for her to be able to say, like, the first time we ever worked together years ago, she said, Thanecha, I believe your voice is capable of doing whistle notes like Mariah Carey. And I was like, what? She's been my idol since I was a child. Yes. And to be able to learn how to, I'm not there yet, by the way, but to be able to learn how to do that and to have someone that knows how to bring that out of you. And what she's really been focusing on is my chest voice. I didn't know I could sing in my chest voice. Like, it's like the deeper register. I've always been a soprano. I've always sung high. Yeah. But holy crap, the things that she is teaching me how to do with my voice and the power that I now have, it's insane.
What's her name?
Tiffany Cosby.
How can people find out about her?
So she has a singer circle community on an app called School with a K.
Okay.
Same thing a lot of other people are on. Like Alex Hermosi has a thing on School. You know, yeah, that app is great. And so she has an entire community on there. It's free. I'll have to like send you the link or something. Because
you know the name? So we can
it's literally called like Singer Circle Community.
Singer Circle Community on School, the app.
Yes, SKOOL.
SKOOL. Okay.
And her name is Tiffany Cosby, but it's TIFFANIE.
Tiffany. Okay.
Tiffany Cosby, COSBY. And she's incredible. So she's made this community free. She was charging for it, but her goal is to get to like 1,000 members and just impact the world. And of course she can offer one-on-one sessions with people, but she puts great challenges in there. Nice. And some of them seem so silly, but they're really impactful. So one of the vocal warm-ups that are great for singers and for motivational speakers as well, professional speakers, is trilling. Yeah, which seems really childish.
What is it?
And it's like Right now I'm puffing on my cheeks, but you're not supposed to do that. So you can go up and down scales. Yes. You can do all that. And it usually makes my nose itch because the vibrations of my lips, it just like makes it itch. But one of the challenges that she put on there was to pick a song and trill a verse and a chorus of the song.
Oh, to do that, but over a verse and chorus of a song?
Yeah. So you're not even like playing the song in the background. You're just doing it yourself. So like if you were to do Mary Had a Little Lamb.
Wait, can we do It's Your Birthday by 50 Cent? Or In the Club?
Yeah. How could we do that? It's kind of tough because that's more like a talking thing.
It's like da.
Yeah. But if you wanted to do, for example, like Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. You go. Yes, exactly. And so she had us doing videos of us trilling and putting it in the singer circle community.
That's so funny.
But it's fun, it gets people engaged, and it's literally helping you become a better singer.
What does the trilling do?
I don't know exactly. I don't know like the
It's fun.
Well, it is fun, but it's also it does things.
It does something.
Yes, it definitely does. It's like one of the greatest warm-ups that you can do for your voice. Yeah. And I don't know if part of it is also just like opening up the nasal cavity or the whatever. There are a lot of technical terms when you start learning how to sing. Oh my gosh. Like
It's a whole world.
Oh yeah.
Interesting.
Like where you place the vowels in your mouth. Like it I wish I could really describe it, but it's like keeping the vowels with a forward placement or relaxing your tongue so that it doesn't get in the way, or like all these things are like lifting your palate. That's like literally, she'll say like pull the strings, and that means imagine there are invisible strings lining your face, kind of like whiskers, but they go all the way back. And she's like pull the strings, which means like lift up, literally lift your voice, lift your cheeks, because it changes the way the note sounds when it comes out. It's insane.
Wow.
There's so much. There's so much. It's wild.
People, go check her out. Tiffany Cosby, but with an E at the end. On the platform School with this spelled SKOOL. Free community. Go check her out.
Singer Circle community. She's incredible.
Community. Copy that.
Tell her Thanecha sent you.
Thanecha sent you. So, we're in 2026. We're not at the Chinese New Year yet. Not yet. We're still shedding the black snake.
Yes.
What is one thing, or it could be multiple things, but one thing if you want to keep it at one. One thing that you have to do this year for you at the end of the year to be able to say that was an incredible year. One thing. Give me one.
For me, what is popping up right now is to DJ a major music festival.
That's one of your big goals.
Yeah, something that people would know and they'd be like, whoa, you played there. That's what I want. As DJ Stinky Potato. Because the thing is, I'm marketable. I'm a cute girl that wears cute clothes. I wear fake ears half the time. I have them in like every color, every sparkle, every shimmer. Like, I'm fun. I love bringing fun and energy. Like these glow-in-the-dark bracelets I'm wearing right now, I give these out in every single class that I teach to every single person. This morning, both arms were covered.
Oh my
I gave them all out.
Oh
like, I love bringing fun to people. So to be able to DJ a major festival where I am literally creating fun, and to learn, as I'm going to in this DJ school that I'm going to go to starting next week. Send me good vibes. I need $1,600. Which I'm going to get. I am going to get it. But to learn how to create the experience for people, to be able to look out into the crowd and be like, all these people that I'm noticing right now are like these couples that are in love. Oh my gosh, I have the perfect song that I'm going to play next. And just to be able to bring it in and tap into that. And then the next thing, like you're noticing these other groups of people and you are able to tap into that and create this environment. That I would be able to look back and be like, yep,
That was a great year.
I won this year.
Who are some people in your immediate circle that could help you achieve that?
I feel like I have.
Because doesn't Sheldon know? He used to do that, right? So wouldn't he be connected with a bunch of people who throw festivals?
Actually, I feel like yes.
Because he used to be a part of that.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was his company, but
yeah, he's done a lot in the music world and traveling and emceeing things. Yeah, that's a great idea.
He's probably a great person to talk to about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
There was this book I read called Never Eat Alone by Keith Ferrazzi, I think is his name. And one of the big ideas that he kind of changed in my mind was when goal setting, a different variable that he brings in is people. And that you should stop. When we goal set, we always look at it from, I'm going to do this thing, and it's just me. But he likes to look at it from a thing like, here's my goal, here's the outcome that I want. Okay, what's the process that I need to do? What is the habit of behavior or the consistent behavior I need to do to produce this outcome? But a second variable, which is probably the most important, is who are the people that I can help and help me leverage me towards this goal? So it's like, okay, there's this guy and he's connected to this person and he's my friend and he can help me with this. And you look at the people who can help you achieve your goal and you add that on to when you're planning your goal. So now I think about that and like, okay, who's somebody who could help you with that? So Sheldon would probably be a great guy to do that.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
And if Sheldon's like, I don't know, and you could be like, hey, what do you need to see from me so that you could feel confident in connecting me with that person? Because there's always that fear of like, if I'm connecting this friend with this friend, I want to make sure that nothing happens. So you could ask him, be like, hey, what do you need to see from me that can have you feel confident in my ability so that you feel assured in connecting with this person? Because he definitely probably knows people.
Yeah. And, you know, even having a little group of people, too, because, like, now that you've got my wheels turning, I have another friend who has a connection with Okeechobee Music Festival. I would love to get in there.
Just talk with them.
Yeah, and also I have a friend who knows, not really well, but knows and is connected to the DJ Trifecta. He lives in Tampa.
What's the DJ Trifecta?
So Trifecta is... I'm not super familiar with his music yet. And honestly, I'm not super familiar with most artists. That's one thing that I am excited to work on this year. Is just to learn all these artists and DJs and musicians and bands and things. But he's played at major festivals like EDC. And from what I understand, heard it through the grapevine, Illenium, who is a major name in the DJ world, he kind of took him under his wing and taught him a lot of things and gave him some opportunities. I could be misquoting. I heard that through the grapevine. But like Illenium is someone I would love to perform with or perform at the same festival. Dude, I know someone who knows someone who is close to him, you know? So it's like that 6 degrees of separation. We're all so connected. So even with that, being able to go to my friend and be like, hey, can you slip this playlist? Can you slip this DJ set list to Trifecta and, you know, make some things happen? Who knows?
Here's what I would do if I was you. I've seen that when connecting with people, and you probably already know this, I've seen a much better approach. Anytime you're asking for something and you know, like, being close with this person would be very advantageous for me, which is okay. It's all right. There's no problem with thinking like that. I've seen that the best approach I've always had is like, first friendship, second ask. So instead of going to Illenium and be like, hey, can you help me with this thing? Be like, okay, what can I give to Illenium? What does he need help with in his life? How can we become friends? And then once we've established a relationship, a friendship, preferably a friendship, because friendships are the style of relationship where resources are most exchanged.
Yeah. Yes.
Because there's a high level of trust in a friendship. There's a high level of like, I don't think this person's trying to take from me. But like friendship is the style you want to aim for. And then you could be like, hey, let me help you. Here's a goal that I have. Do you feel like you can help me with that? That's the approach that I've always taken. It's helped me massively.
I love that. So. And along those same lines, because I'm thinking like, oh my gosh, what would I possibly have to offer to Illenium? Like, I don't freaking know. But something that I will have, and I mean, I do have through the music I've created on Suno. It is different though. I feel like it, well, regardless, regardless, what I can offer, especially as I start producing my own music at the level that I want to, is to be able to send my mixes or my original music to some of these major DJs. Because the thing is, the DJs, unless there's some system that I don't know about, we all still have to pay for music. I have to pay to use a song in my set list. I have to
Really?
like buy it. Yeah.
Oh, so
there are like subscription based models that you can do. Or you buy each individual song and then it's yours to use in your set list, manipulate and whatever. So DJs are always looking for great new songs, new hits. So once I start making those hits, I could also just send those out to these DJs, send it to their Instagram profile and be like, hey, I would be honored if you put this in your set list. Because that's also, it's giving them a song that they might love, that they might want to share with the world. For me as a singer, knowing that my voice is going to be on a lot of those songs is like a huge honor for me to be known in the world, or to be shared, or have my, my perspective shared, or like, the songs about healing trauma, kindness, love, to have that message out into the world. It's like a win-win, I think. So interesting thought process.
Nice.
Yeah. Because if I'm sending out tons of songs to all these DJs, it's songs that they're not having to pay for, and I'm giving them full reign to use it because I want them to use it. I want that message to be out there. Not just my voice, but I have a lot of talented friends, singers, musicians. That is one thing I'm excited about with Suno. When you have the paid version of the app, you can download what's called the stems of the songs, which is like the individual vocals, guitar, bass, whatever. I can take the vocals out, re-record my own, and I've got a radio-ready song.
What?
Yeah.
That's sick.
It's wild. So all these singers and musicians around town, I'm going to be like, yo, I've got 5 songs that I want you to choose from. You can have them all if you want them all, if they resonate with you, but come over and let's get this recorded and get it done.
You gotta start putting your stuff online.
Yeah.
You gotta. Because you have so many
man.
people who love you, but it needs to be there so that they can share it.
Yes. And that's the thing. People do love me. The reason my YouTube channel is called Exist to Empower. Years ago, I was teaching HIIT, and I was gone for a couple weeks. I had strained my intercostal muscles in between my rib cage, and I was out for a couple weeks. When I came back, one of my girls, such a sweet woman, barely spoke English. She speaks Spanish. But we had, which I can't wait until I'm fluent in Spanish. I think it's so beautiful. I can't wait. No puedo esperar. But even though we didn't communicate a lot, we didn't have any deep conversations yet, but I had made such an impact for her that when I came back, she brought me a balloon. It said, "You are special," with a bag of candy.
No.
Just to like welcome me back. And when I received that, I was really humbled. But then I thought, well, of course she wants to show her gratitude to me because I exist to empower her. I exist to empower people. That's why I do what I do for a living. That's why I teach yoga and group fitness and try to help people see what they are capable of. I want to empower you as a human being to do more, to be everything that you can be. So that's where that came from. Exist to empower. So when you have that kind of calling on your heart, that you just want to make the world better, you want to inspire people, people want to support that. That I do have so much love from the people in my community. Like, thousands of people in Tampa Bay know who I am. I have impacted them in some way. But to your point, if there's not a way for them to show their support, they never can.
They can't. It has to be easy.
Yeah. And if I've got music out there, if I've got songs that they can go listen to and download and share, then they get to show, hey, this was my yoga instructor 5 years ago. Look at this music that she just put out.
Yes.
Yeah, this is the freaking year.
This is the year. Oh my God! Oh.
Wait, we gotta do that again. That was kind of... There we go. There we go.
And on that note,
yeah,
tell the people everything where they can find you again.
Okay.
So that we can know.
Yes.
So tell them again.
So, honestly, I'm pretty easy to find on anything. Facebook, Instagram, whatever. Thanecha, Thanecha. My YouTube channel is Exist to the number 2 Empower. Exist to Empower. And then my women's empowerment, sensual dancing OnlyFans channel, which is not just for women. Please, everyone can subscribe. Please do. I need some money. We're trying to have some children. Anyway, is under Thanecha Tila. So ThanechaTela.
And people, to add why to do it and why to go support her, I'm gonna tell you from my experience with Thanecha, it has been nothing but freaking awesomeness. And I think we live in a beautiful world, but we live in a world of spectrum. And there's a lot of dark, there's a lot of light. And I think when you can find somebody who brings a positive and happy and loving influence in your life, you should value that person and invest your time into that person. So that's who Thanecha is. Please go support her. She's a good friend of mine. I love her a lot. I only have great things to say about her, nothing negative. So go support her and all her platforms. And on that note, thank you so much. This was so awesome.
Thank you, Gianni. It has been truly, truly an honor to be on here with you and to just get to know you better over the last few months, over the last year, and to see your heart and determination and level of commitment. I talk about you all the time to my friends. You are the only one who finished the Psycho 10K with John. 23 hours, was it?
Yeah.
23 hours of grueling, fighting for every step, every lunge with that 100-pound sandbag. Yeah. You committed to it. You said, I am going to do this no matter what it takes. And you freaking did. You went 100 miles, the Tampa Bay 100. You freaking did that because you made a commitment. And that is something, that's one characteristic about you that I am so inspired by. Just your level of, I freaking said I'm going to do this and I'm going to freaking do it. It doesn't matter what it takes. But also the level of curiosity that you take into your life. You're always wanting to learn something new and share. And it's a really inspiring thing to watch. Like the fact that you know so many languages, or at least know some of so many languages. I mean, I wouldn't know if you're fluent in them or not, but I've heard you speak enough languages to be like, holy crap. Like it's incredible. And here I am, I've been trying to learn Spanish for like 20 freaking years. Actually longer than that. Anyway, whatever. I took Spanish in high school and that was longer than 20 years ago. Anyway, no. Anyway, it's an honor to be on this ride with you, this journey of life and creating a better world for people. It's really freaking cool. So thank you for allowing me to be a part of this. I love you so much. Love you, man. This is just the beginning.
Just the beginning. Oh, we're going to get after it.
One of these days, we're going to be doing another episode, whether it's your podcast or my channel, but we're going to be on a yacht, or we'll be on a private jet, or we'll be wherever. Because this is just the beginning.
This is the beginning.
Absolutely.
All right, people. Want to say goodbye.
Bye-bye. Love you so much.